Alright, so last time we took a look at the best games you could play with your buddies in the same room. So if you want to go back and check out that list, feel free. But right now it's time to talk about the internet.
Online gaming has opened up so many new possibilities, but remember, we're ranking these games based on their fun factor and their reputation for what they did for online console gaming.
And as always, we're only taking one game per franchise. So, hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And I'm Nervous Nick.
For Screw Attack's top 10 online multiplayer games for consoles.
Presented in widescreen.
Number 10.
Plenty of Wii games have online modes nowadays, but there's no arguing that Mario Kart Wii's is the best of the bunch. Smash Bros. Brawl? Yeah, that sucks. Way too laggy. Anything else? No.
Mario Kart Wii, despite not having all the functionality of PSN or Xbox Live, still managed to do pretty much everything right. Leaderboards? Check. Downloadable ghosts? Check. Taking a buddy online with you? Check. Racing and battling with up to 12 players simultaneously in tried and true Mario Kart action? Yep.
Look, Nintendo may have dominated our last list, but in the modern day online multiplayer front, their best just barely makes the cut. And that's just sad. Quit sucking, Nintendo.
Number 9.
When online play first came to the console gaming world, one of the most exciting things for me was the thought of kicking the crap out of some kid in Malaysia in a fighting game. Yes! Unfortunately, pretty much no fighting game out there has been able to pull off a good online experience. Until good old faithful saved the day. Street Fighter 4 finally got it right.
It had minimized lag, a ranking system, and it only got better when Super Street Fighter 4 added in online tournaments, team battles, 8-player lobbies, and the ability to save, upload, and watch replays of other people's matches.
And now I can actually play that kid in Malaysia. And promptly get my ass kicked.
Oh, and you can be called gay.
Yeah, and I also get called gay a lot.
Number 8.
Phantasy Star Online for the stinking Dreamcast is so good, there's still a couple hundred people playing it on a private server as we speak. But we're not one of them, so you just gotta look at generic gameplay pictures we found online. Sorry.
PSO was an online RPG that ran on a 56K connection. In all likelihood nowadays, you wouldn't even have the patience to check your email on that speed, much less play an MMO. This video would take like 6 hours to load.
And yet another example of how the Dreamcast was way ahead of its time.
Number 7.
Admittedly, the controls take a little getting used to at first, but once you get the hang of Killzone 2, you're in for one of the finest FPS experiences the PS3 has to offer.
Unfortunately, you're currently being subjected to gameplay of Nick sucking. Sorry about that. Nick, apologize.
Sorry, Internet.
Killzone 2, despite having only 8 maps out of the box, still offered up to 32-player destruction at once. And we like it.
Number 6.
Chainsaws. Ooh. Chainsaws Online. Ooh. What the hell was that? Yeah, Marcus Phoenix is cool, but let's not forget the real star of the show.
There's nothing quite like hiding around the corner, waiting patiently for your prey, and then BAM!
I'm here, bitch!
Number 5.
I love me a good sandbox game, but when you can explore an entire city with all the freedom from the single-player campaign with 16 players online, sold.
You'd think a game with a combination like that would be, pretty popular, and naturally, Grand Theft Auto 4 was. Hey, and Nick, do you know how many copies of the game have been sold so far?
5. At least 5.
17 million.
It's not too bad. The free roam mode by itself would have been a good enough reason for me to buy it, but then they threw in all those other game modes as well.
And now, if you don't like free roaming in the city, you can just play the exact same game in the Wild West.
Hey, God, Nick, guys, come here.
Number 4.
Oh, Uncharted 2, you're such a good game. I mean, you brought third-person shooters to a whole nother level.
Hardcore parkour! Super smooth controls and wicked level design, and ding ding ding, you've got yourself a winner.
Hey, Internet, one crazy stat? In the first single year of Uncharted 2's release, players have collectively spent a total of 10.5 whatever, 10,500 years playing online.
Number 3.
Yet another PS3 exclusive making its way onto our list, Little Big Planet was a game that begged for you to let your creative mind go wild.
With a catalog of user-made levels approaching, well, infinity, you will always have another stage to try out. And best of all, you can play them all with your buddies online.
Even Reggie, the head honcho for Nintendo of America, was impressed with Little Big Planet. And when a game wins the affections of your longtime competitor, that says a lot.
And with a sequel that's surely going to blow our minds all over again, and with an even more advanced level editor, it's a reminder that sometimes it's nice to play a game that isn't about e-murdering your friends on the internet.
Number 2.
Nope. I'm just kidding. F that. E-murdering your friends over the internet is just tons of fun. Like GoldenEye and Halo before it, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare reinvented the first-person shooter in a way that so many others try to emulate today, it's ridiculous. I'm looking at you, Medal of Honor.
From the control scheme to the leveling up system, you see COD 4's influence everywhere in online gaming these days.
The only downside? Fucking noob tubes. Spammers. You know who you are. I said the old top 10 recap before we get to number 1. Number 10, Mario Kart Wii.
Number 9, Super Street Fighter 4.
Number 8, PSO.
Number 7, Killzone 2.
Number 6, Ring Ring.
Number 5, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Number 4, Uncharted 2, it's so good.
Number 3, Little Big Planet.
And number 2, Call of Duty 4.
It's number 1.
Halo 1 may have been the reason many people bought an Xbox, but Halo 2 was the reason that those same people paid $50 a year for Xbox Live. The online maps are so good that every single Halo FPS ever since has incorporated maps from Halo 2.
On April 15, 2010, Microsoft pulled the plug on live support for the original Xbox. The final online original Xbox game didn't end for nearly a month later. And take one guess as to what that game was.
That is how much Halo 2 meant to people, and believe me, that's how much it means to us.
Yeah, sure, Halo 3, Reach, and ODST are all vastly superior games in retrospect. But based on what this beast did for console online gaming, it has to be here. We love you, old friend. So hard.